Welcome back once again, all of my low-carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have an incredibly easy keto cookie recipe for you that only requires 3 ingredients. We are going to make 3-ingredient keto peanut butter cookies and a very quick keto peanut butter frosting. And don't worry, those of you who have nut allergies, I do have nut-free options. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while you do that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line a large baking sheet with parchment paper. In a large mixing bowl, combine 192 grams or about 1 cup of the sweetener of your choice. I'm using golden monk fruit sweetener. You can use whatever brown or granulated sweetener you want. You can also use more or less depending on how sweet you want your cookies. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is optional. I like a little hint of a vanilla taste in my peanut butter cookies, but if you don't want that, you can always leave that out. 264 grams or roughly 1 cup of the peanut butter of your choice. You can use creamy or crunchy. Also, make sure when you choose your peanut butter, make sure that all it contains is peanuts and oil. Do not get one that has added sugars or a lot of added salt. Make sure you read the ingredients. Also, if you're needing nut-free, you can use seed butter instead of peanut butter, or you can use coconut butter and add a little bit of peanut or nut flavoring of your choice. Add 1 large room temperature egg. You do want it room temperature so it stirs in more smooth. Stir everything all together until it's fully combined and you have a smooth dough-like texture. Now at first this might seem a little bit hard to combine, but just keep on stirring it and it will all come together and make that nice dough-type texture. Also, if you're wanting to do a chocolate version of this, before you start mixing everything together, you can add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and then mix everything all together. Just make sure that you sift the cocoa powder really well so you don't have any lumps. Once everything's all combined and you have a dough-type texture, scoop the mixture out and place it on your prepared baking sheet. Place the scoops around 2 inches apart. You're going to need some room to shape the cookies, and these cookies do slightly spread a little bit. They don't spread a lot, but they do spread a little. So give them some space. Once they're all scooped, roll each scoop into a nice smooth ball. Make sure it is nice and smooth. You don't want any cracks. Then use your hand and flatten the cookies to your desired thickness. Now, if you're not going to frost these, you can just use your fork and make the traditional crisscross shape that most peanut butter cookies have. I am frosting these, so I'm just pressing them out to my desired thickness and my desired shape. Now, remember, these do spread just slightly. They don't spread a whole lot, so keep that in mind when you are spacing apart your cookies. Once they're all shaped, place them in your preheated oven. Bake them at 350 degrees for about 12 minutes or until they're lightly golden around the edges. Now, if you've used granulated sweetener, your cookies will be a little bit lighter than mine. Remember, I've used golden monk fruit sweetener, so mine will be a little bit darker. You're just looking for them to be a little bit golden around the edges. Once the cookies are baked, remove them from the oven. They will be soft, but they will firm up as they cool. So allow them to cool on the pan for about 15 minutes or until they're firm enough to remove to a wire rack. Once they've firmed up, transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool completely before frosting them if you are going to frost them. If you're not going to frost them, still allow them to cool completely so they don't crumble. For the peanut butter frosting, in a large mixer bowl, place a 1/2 cup of room temperature butter that is very soft. Make sure it is very soft, not melted, just very soft. That way it will beat in and give you a nice creamy texture. Beat the butter on medium for about 1 minute or until it is creamy. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push the butter to the center of the bowl. Add 66 grams or about a 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. You do want this to be creamy peanut butter. And again, if you're wanting a nut-free version, you can use seed butter or coconut butter and a little bit of nut extract. Beat the peanut butter and the butter together on medium for about 1 minute or until it is smooth. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, the vanilla extract is optional. I like a little hint of vanilla. If you don't want that, you can leave it out. And 1 tablespoon of the milk of your choice. Make sure it is room temperature so it beats in smoothly. Beat everything together on medium for around 30 to 45 seconds or until everything is fully combined. Then again, scrape down the sides of the bowl if needed and push everything to the center of the bowl. Turn your mixer onto low and gradually add in 54 grams or around 6 tablespoons of powdered allulose or the powdered sweetener of your choice. I use powdered allulose because it gives you the smoothest texture and absolutely no aftertaste, but any powdered sweetener will do. Make sure you do add this gradually, that way it mixes in more smoothly and you have more control on the texture of your frosting. Also, as it's mixing in, if you need to, you can always stop the mixer and scrape down the sides of your bowl. Once your powdered sweetener is all added, then increase your speed to medium and beat on medium for another 30 to 45 seconds or until the frosting is creamy and slightly fluffy. Then once again, scrape down the sides of the bowl and push all your frosting to the center of the bowl. Now at this point in time, you're going to test your frosting. Depending on what type of sweetener you use, you may need more or less of the powdered sweetener. Like I said, I'm using the powdered allulose, so it is smoother, it is softer, it is also less sweet to the taste than any erythritol-based sweetener. So I actually added a couple tablespoons more of the powdered allulose. But again, if you're using any type of other sweetener, especially an erythritol-based sweetener, it is a little bit thicker. So you may or may not need more of the powdered sweetener. It is up to you how you want the texture of your frosting to be. If it seems too thick, you can always add a little bit more of the milk of your choice. If it seems too thin, just add a little bit more of the powdered sweetener of your choice until it is your desired texture. Once the frosting is all mixed together and it's your desired taste or your desired texture, then check on your cookies, make sure they're completely cooled, and frost them however you desire. If you want to, after your cookies are all frosted, you can drizzle the tops of it with a little bit of melted chocolate. You can eat them immediately. If you do have any leftovers, store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. Eat and enjoy.
And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And keep cooking.